15-year-olds. Again, Trip Rex Road, your champion, Mark Finnis, the silver, and Christian Janik will pick up the bronze. We're off and running. Here's the 250B gate drop. This one absolutely on fire with talent, and coming your way next. Aiden Brinkbittler in this one, Jeremy Ryan, Gabriel Andrigo, Mark Gonzalez, James McIlvain, Brody Gilmore, Garrett Hoffman, Cole Bradford, Cameron Skellerud, Jack Rogers, Wyatt Liebeck, Adam Smearden, Cullen Park, Mitchell Zambria, Chase Kessler, Corey Rogers, Luca Marcellisi, Crockett Myers, Tyler Evans, Lawrence Fortin, Logan Boy, Evan Hamowitz, Austin Kaperkanitis, Nathan Augustin, Kyle Monaco, Noah Schuring, Cameron Minton, Tommy Rios, Joshua Milne, Riston Grigg, Chase Yenser, Chandler Baker, Andrew Wallace, Gage Linville, Nick Romano, Justin Coquinos, Matt Johnson, Grant LaFrance, Noah Geisler, Slade Smith, Caden Niffing, and Samir O'Darrell. As 250B action continues here, it's going to be race number 30. Romano's going to jump up to the top spot for you there. That's a great start. We'll look for an equally impressive ride. It looks like out of the 51 ride of Kessler. I believe that's an early look, and a call right there that's got him up into the second spot. And then Logan Boyd, the number 124 rider. He is off and running there out of Cape Coral, Florida. Caden Niffing, a 851 Yamaha mounted ride is going to move him up to the 4th spot. Here's Tommy Rios, number 241. He's in the 5th spot. Then you got Chandler Baker, Cullen Park in the 6th position. Jonah Geisler in the A spot. Gage Linville in 9th. Crockett Myers in the top 10. Just out of the top 10, Jack Rogers, Cole Bradford, Nathan Augustin, and Evan Hamowitz. Look for those riders to absolutely not be content to stay put. We go to the Yamaha podium for another post-race celebration.
All right, Christian Janik, come on up here. Finishing 3rd up on the box. Congratulations. Tell me about your race.
Yeah, I mean, I got off to a pretty bad start, and I was in like at least maybe 15th, and I tried to work my way up, and I'm pretty sure I finished 5th, or I finished pretty good, I guess. Yeah. I was charging pretty hard, and I guess I rode my own race.
Who would you like to thank?
My mom, my dad, Jesus for keeping me safe, my little sister, Monster Energy Team, Green Kawasaki, everyone from Pro Circuit, Bell Helmet, Scott Goggles, Atlas, Seven, Maximal, Renthal, Throttle Syndicate, Dunlop Tires for hooking me up, Hinson, Arcade Chains, Exo Rims, West Kane, Uni Air Filters, Motion Pro, Comedic Gasket, Hinson, and everybody I forgot, thanks.
Hey, I want to thank you, little man, because you are a hard charger and a fighter out there. Christian Janik, congratulations out there. A job well done. Mark Finnis, come on up here, buddy. 2nd overall in this championship. You got to feel pretty good. Come on up here. Let's get this medal. All right, Mark Finnis. You're on the podium again. Tell us all about it.
I got off to about a mid-pack start. A few bad things happened out on the track, but still came out 2nd.
Who do you want to thank?
My mom and dad, KTM Orange Brigade, Scott Goggles, Lynx Racing, Alpine Star, and everyone else I forgot. Thank you.
Congratulations out there. Job well done, my man, Mark Finnis. Let's bring up the champ. Trip Rex Road. Come on, buddy. Rex Road. You're going to get the medal and the number 1 plate. Hold it up. Hold it up. You got to be pumped. Tell me all about it, bro.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got a good start and just rode my race and stayed out front.
What do you want to thank?
Lord Jesus Christ for keeping me safe. My mom, my dad, my sister, Jake, my mechanic, Troy Lee, Club, FC, Pro Circuit, EBR, Steven for helping me test, Micah Meadows, just everybody. Thank you.
Congratulations out there. Trick Rex Road doing a great job. How about taking this and celebrate, man? Go do it. All right, take it away up there, Rodney and Jeff Hines. We having fun down here.
All right, have fun up here watching a great battle unfold. And I'll tell you, talk about a major difference from Moto 1 to Moto 2 overall scores. We'll explain that in a minute. Right now, we got a nose to tail to nose to tail to nose to tail battle. First through fifth right now are literally, and actually make that sixth, it's Nick Romano, Logan Boyd, Jace Kessler, Caden Nipping, Colin Park, and Chandler Baker. Throw Tommy Rios in that, make it a 7-man shootout right now. Going on for the number 1 spot, Logan Boyd pulling up side by side of Romano past the finish line. He gets credit for the pass and will take over the lead, but here comes Romano trying to strike back. Meanwhile, Kessler and Park battling for the number 3 spot as we see them all 7 dropping down the Gator Falls. And the new leader here on lap number 4, Logan Boyd. So if you're watching on RacerTV, I don't know if they've got enough room in the camera shot for all these riders in this one battle or not, but this is what we're talking about when we have the best of the best here at Gatorback Cycle Park, and they all are rising to the top, the cream to the top of this battle today, my friends. And look at this, a shake-up going on for second place now. Kessler, I believe, trying to strike while the iron is hot on Nick Romano now on the far outside. Here's the way things are looking. Just to give you an idea, Tommy Rios, he won his division race. He currently sits in the 7th place position. He's running a 1-7 right now. Jeremy Ryan, number 10 KTM rider, winning Moto 1 in his division. He is 20th place on the racetrack right now. That kind of opens everything up right now as far as the front of this pack is concerned. Romano coming into this one with a 4 and a 2 at this point is looking at second overall. Boyd is looking at a 5-1 scenario to score the win. So 6 points will win this one if you are up front, or 5 points if you've got that. May do you some good. And Jace Kessler might be the man in the position to take over the championship. All he has to do is get around Nick Romano into second place, and he becomes the overall winner. But here's the way it breaks down now. Logan Boyd, Colin Park has taken over the second. He's the rider that got around the 4-1-1 of Nick Romano. Baker now in the number 4 spot. Jace Kessler drops off to 5th. Tommy Rios is 6th. Caden Nipping in 7th. Gage Linville in 8th, 9th. And Jonah Geisler in 10th. Cole Bradford. What does that do for the situation? Now, with a 2-2, Colin Park is looking at the overall win with a total score of 4. Logan Boyd a 5-1 for second overall, and Chandler Baker a 2-4 would then score third place overall. And I can tell you that we may likely see some changes in this before we finally get to the finish line here in these final moments of this 250B class. And there's still plenty of time for lots of changes to be taking place as we head down through the rock and rollers now. It is Logan Boyd out front of Colin Park. We're seeing a gap start to open up of 3+ seconds at one point, but that gap now is starting to close back down. That Park has gotten solidly into that number 2 spot. And in the last third of the racetrack, Colin Park has closed up the ground on Logan Boyd, and we've seen what looked like a near 3-second gap close down to just barely 1 second as these riders cross in front of the announcer's tower, dropping into the Gator pit. Wow. Colin Park closing even closer into Logan Boyd's territory as we make the hard right-hand turn past the finish line stripe at the end of lap number 5. Boyd turning a 152.804 and Colin Park a 151.101. The gap is .512, a half second separating the two as they came across the finish line stripe. Chandler Baker up the 3rd, Jace Kessler in 4th, Nick Romano in 5th, Tommy Rios in 6th, Caden Nipping in 7th, Gage Linville 8th, Jonah Geisler 9th, Cole Bradford in 10th with still time to go. But right now, The overall looks like Park, Baker, and Boy 1, 2, and 3. Will that change? We still have time on the racetrack, so there's still plenty of time for change. Looking and checking in on our Moto 1 winners, Tommy Rios still running a solid top position. He is 6 now, 1 and 6. Still scoring him 7. That's 5th place overall for him. And Jeremy Ryan dropping back to 31st place position now, looking at a top 20 in the overall, so a 1 and 31, not scoring well. But certainly some great bragging rights for a moto win here at Gatorback in these 4 mini O's. Oh, mercy. Colin Park is right there as we're down in front of the Gizmo Mods Tower, and Colin Park went right by without any contestment whatsoever from Logan Boy to the inside. He locks and loads, he fires, and Colin Park takes over the lead to hands down secure this championship with 2 laps to go. All he has to do at this point on is hang on to this number 1 spot, and no one can knock him out of the championship. With Logan Boy dropping to 2nd place, that moves Chandler Baker into the number 2 spot, and Tommy Rios will move up to 5th, and then he will secure now the number 3 overall spot. So Park is looking at a 2-1 with 2 laps to go. Chandler Baker a 2-3 and a score of 5. And Tommy Rios is looking right now at a 1-5 for a score of 6. So that would be your 3rd place overall. But on the track, it's Park, Boy, Baker in 3rd, Kessler in 4th, and Tommy Rios in 5th. Nick Romano back in the number 6 spot, taking nothing away from this young 14-year-old 250B rider. And like he said, feeling proud of himself on the podium there earlier when he's riding with riders 2 and 3 years and 4 years older than him, and that's what you get in this 250B class. Looking down through the ages right now, an average age of probably somewhere about 17 years old for the 250B riders, 16 and a half or so. And these riders all at the top of their skill level in this division, bringing us some great racing action throughout the course of this week in both Supercross and here on the motocross track as well. The hungry riders looking to make their mark in the history of this great sport, and Colin Park on his way to making his history here today with another championship, if not mistaken, the 2nd one that I could think of today for sure. And Logan Boy, again, looking for a 2nd in this moto, but we're under white flag conditions. Last lap, Park, Boy, Baker, Kessler, and Rio still your top 5. A quick check of the top 10 here on this lap as we went through Tommy Rios, Romano again, Geisler, Nipping, Evan Hamowitz now has moved up to 9th place here on lap 7. Gage Linville is 10th. Austin Cooper Carnitas in the number 11 spot. Joshua Malimi in 12th. Garrett Hoffman 13th. Jack Rogers 14th. Tyler Evans 15th. Luca Marsalisi in 16th. Justin Caquinos, the 444 in 17th. Cameron Minton, the 191 in 18th. 19th. Grant LaFrance, 20th place, the 120 of Kyle McNichol. McNichol moving fast through the pack right now. He's turning sub 2 minutes in that 20th place position. And Luca Marsalisi actually in the 157 range up there in the 6th place position. So we got some fast riders in that top 20. A 152 will be our fastest. Actually, a 151.101 turned by Colin Park on lap number 5. And checkers are out for the 43 machine as he captures another Mini O's championship for 2019. Colin Park taking the win in the 250B class, Moto 2, and the overall. Logan Boy will take the second place checkers. Chandler Baker will take third in the Moto. Chase Kessler 4th. Tommy Rios 5th. Jonah Geisler 6th. Nick Romano in 7th. Caden Nipping 8th. Evan Hamowitz 9th. And Gage Linville will round out the top 10. Headed to the Yamaha podium to talk with Wes Kane, our top 3 overall. Again, Tommy Rios with a 1.5 for third. Chandler Baker a 2.3 for second. And Colin Park pulls it off with a 2.1 and the 250B Thor Mini O's championship.